Okay, for our chapstick keychain, we're going to make a pattern. So our pattern needs to be 9 inches by 3.5 inches. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a line this way, and this is going to be the base of our pattern. So all of our marks are going to come off of this line. And then I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to line up my lines here and draw a line here. So that's going to like an L shape. So these 2 marks I'm going to base all of my markings off of. So we need it to be 9 inches long. So from this corner where our lines meet, I'm going to measure out 9 inches. Make sure it all lines up, and 9 inches. And then I'm going to scooch over a little bit and I'll make out 9 inches. Okay? And then I'm going to draw a line connecting those 2 lines, lining everything up nice and neat and even. So from here to here is 9 inches. And now we need to make it 3.5 inches wide. So 3.5 inches, I'm going to mark there. And down here on this line, I'm going to mark 3.5 inches as well. Line all my marks up. 3.5. And then I'm going to connect those 2 lines. Line that up. Okay, so there we go. There's our square. So whenever we make a pattern, we need to label it so we don't forget what this is for. So it's a 9 by 3.5 square, and it's for a chapstick. Write this down. Chapstick keychain. And how many pieces of fabric do we need to cut? We only need to cut 1. So we're going to cut 1, and that's it. So I'm going to cut this out, and I'm going to cut our fabric out, and I'll meet you up after my fabric's cut up. Okay, so now I have my fabric cut out. Now on our pattern piece, I said we're only going to cut out 1, but I have 2 cut out here because we're going to make the chapstick key rings 2 different ways. So one will just be the fabric itself and a key ring, and the other one will be a piece of fabric and a ribbon. So the ribbon is what would go on the key ring to hold the chapstick holder to the key ring. So first things first, on both of these, you're going to fold your right sides together like this with your long sides meeting, and you're going to sew on the long seam right here. And when I get done with that, I'll come back and we'll continue on to the next step on both of them. So this one and this one. Seam long sides together. Okay? Okay, now that I have both tubes sewed with the long sides sewn, I'm going to flip it inside out. And this one's halfway flipped. So you want to take it and you want to push it from the middle to the inside like this. You just push it to the inside and you push it to the top, comes out. You just flip it all the way out like this. Just like that. So you do it for this one. You do both of them this way. So you push it in till it pops out the top, just like that, see? And you pull it out. Okay? Okay. Once you get everything turned inside out, I showed you just a few minutes ago how to turn everything inside out. Then you need to iron it. So the seam that you sewed is here on the edge, and you just iron it flat. Iron it flat to make it look pretty. Now at this point, on one, you're going to turn it inside like this. So the edges are going to be turned toward the inside, like so. And we'll do it for about 1 inch. So you turn to the inside like that. You're going to have to wiggle it around, make it nice and pretty. Try to get it to lay it flat as possible as you can on the inside, and make the edges even as well up here, because this is going to be the top. This is where you're going to put your ribbon. So your ribbon goes folded up. You fold it up like this in half. You slip it on the inside like this. And so when you sew the top here, you're going to sew a seam right across the top, right there. And we're going to put a pin in it, and that's going to be that one. For the bottom half, we are going to do the same thing. We're going to tip this in to the inside, but we are going to not put it in an inch. We'll put it in just a little bit, like maybe half an inch. So like half an inch or so. Make sure it's all nice and even and pretty on the edges here, like that. And you're going to sew a seam right across that. So right across the edges. That's how you're going to do that one. Okay, so for this one, you got it folded on the inside, and you put a ribbon in one. That's going to be the top, and you're going to sew across the top here. You tucked in the edges here, and you're going to sew across the top, and that's going to be the second one. Okay, for the second one, we're not going to add a ribbon to it, but we are going to tuck in the edges. So we're going to tuck in the tops here, the top and the bottom, just like this one here and this one here. We're going to tuck it in about a ½ inch and about a ½ inch here. And then we're going to iron everything down and sew it across the top, just like here and here. Except for this tube. This tube's not going to have a ribbon. So we're just going to tuck it in, make it pretty. There we go. Put a pin in it. For this one, the bottom half, we're going to do the exact same thing. Tuck in about ½ inch. Okay, we're going to make it pretty here. I got a wrinkle. Alright, let's see. Did I get the wrinkle out? Just about. Not quite. There you go. Oh, wait. Okay, I got the wrinkle out. So then we're going to iron and sew both the top and the bottom. Okay? Then we'll come back. Okay, so now that we got our edges sewn up, I had to go back and make an adjustment. So the final length for the one without the ribbon is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 7½ inches long, 7 3/4 inches long. The one with the ribbon is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 inches, just over 6 inches long. So what you want to do at this point is 2 inches up. You want to take 2 inches, fold it at that 2-inch part, or a little bit more, because you want about 1 inch from the top. So take about 1 inch from the top, and I tend to use my thumbs from like my knuckle to the tip of my thumb is about 1 inch. So I just kind of eyeball it. Okay. So from there, we're going to sew the long edges. So that edge right here, and this edge. Okay, so we're going to sew here and here. And on this one, we're going to fold this one down 1 inch here in the back, like this. We're going to fold it down 1 inch, and we're going to sew right across that seam that we just sewed a second ago. We'll fold that down. So we're going to sew again right here. So from 1 inch down there, we're going to fold it up and have the edges meet here like that, see? So that's about 1 inch or so. So this is about 2 inches, maybe a little more. We're going to scoot it down a little less if we want to. And then we're going to do the same thing. Pin here, and sew the long sleeves, long side here, and that seam right there. This has 2, this has 3. So I'm going to sew that up and we'll come back. Okay, and here you go. Here's the finished key rings. Now all we have to do is put them on the keychain and put our chapsticks in. Now remember, when you guys do this on your own, use matching thread or thread that's similar to the colors of the fabric that you choose. I did this navy blue. It might look black in the video, but this navy blue thread, just so that you guys can see where I sewed at, so that you can see, you know, what you're supposed to do and where you're supposed to do it at. I mean, I'm still going to use them. I'm not getting rid of these. These are going on keychains and they're going in my purse because I use chapstick all the time. But here is what it would look like. Put your favorite chapstick in there. Throw it on a key ring like this. Let's see, let's throw this on its key ring right here. And there you go. There's one right there. And this one might be a little more difficult because it has a little lump right here where the seams are. So let's see if we can get that in without any problems. This might take some finagling. So let's see, how well can we finagle? Finagle, that's kind of a funny word, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Oh, there we go. All right, sweet. Got it. And there you go. And there's the second one. They're both super cute with cute fabric, matching thread, and a matching ribbon. Those would be super duper cute. So I hope you liked it. And let me know what you think. Like, comment, share. Subscribe if you can. Remember, I am going to be doing this all summer. If you guys have any questions, comments, if you have any requests, if there's anything that you guys want to see that I can do, let me know and I'll get it all done. And there you go. It's super duper cute. Let's see. Is it going to focus? No, it's not going to focus, but that's okay. Super cute anyways. Alright. You guys have a good summer and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.